Vie forever, Ovid, tribute freestyle. Let others praise ancient times. I am glad I was born in these. Chance is always powerful. Let your hook be always cast in the pool where you least expect it. There will be a fish. A dripping water hollows out stone, not through force but through persistence. I grabbed a pile of dust and holding it up, foolishly asked for as many birthdays as the grains of the dust. I forgot to ask that they be years of youth. Happy is the man who has broken the chains which hurt the mind and has given up worrying once and for all. Be patient and tough. One day this pain will be useful to you. I am the poet of the poor because I was poor when I loved, since I could not give gifts. I gave words. Eurydice, dying now a second time, uttered no complaint against her husband. What was there to complain of but that she had been loved? Happier those who dare courageously defend what they love. From above, turtle dove, turtle dove, love from above. Give me the waters of a left that numb the heart. If they exist, I will still not have the power to forget you. I am dragged along by a strange new force. Desire and reason are pulling in different directions. I see the right way and approve it, but follow the wrong, as wave is driven by wave, and each pursues the wave ahead. So time flies on and flies and follows always, forever and new. What was before is left behind. What never was is now, and every passing moment is renewed. A few, like pew, stinking up syllables to you. Love will enter cloaked in friendship's name. We are ever striving after what is forbidden and conveying what is denied us. When he, whoever of the gods had thus arranged in order and resolved that chaotic mass and reduced it thus, resolved to cosmic parts. He first molded the earth into a form of a mighty ball. I got the whole world in my ball, and I'm ready to drop it, plop it to cosmic parts. He first molded the earth into the form of a mighty ball, so that it might be of like form on every side, and that no region might be without its own forms of animate life. The stars and divine forms occupied the floor of heaven. The sea fell to the shining fishes for their home. Earth received the beasts and the mobile air. The birds, then man was born. Though all other animals are prone and fixed their gaze upon the earth, he gave to man an uplifted face and bade him stand erect and turn his eyes to heaven. Rapping never ending. I'm late then, because I'm drunk and I'm broken and I'm undeserving. Angels walk by me and say, where are you going? I'm late then, because I'm drunken and I'm undeserving of heaven. Anything cracked will shatter at a touch. It's a kindness that the mind can go where it wishes. God himself helps those who dare. A new idea is delicate. It can be killed by a sneer or a yawn. It can be stabbed to death by a quip and worried to death by a frown on the right man's brow. If you would be loved, be lovable, unstoppable, rapple, razzle dazzle, purple snapple, shizzle, my nizzle, bedazzle, hustle the devil. Every lover is a soldier. Nothing is stronger than habit. Take rest. A field that has a rest gives a beautiful crop. Plop, plop, plop. CP, Crete, never stop spending. Away goes to day, spend all night and all day, day. Away goes to day. Love is the force that leaves you colorless. Happy is the man who has broken the chains which hurt the mind and has given up worrying once and for all. I'm standing tall, ball. I choose death, but for this honor, I'd rather die than get down on my knees. Bury me like a soldier with my dignity. I run with the warrior inside. My dominance can't be denied. Your entire fucking world will turn into this battlefield tonight. As I look upon you through the warrior's eyes, now I can see the fear that will ensure my victory tonight. Happy is the man who has broken the chains which hurt the mind and has given up worrying once and for all. In our play, we reveal what kind of people we are. I flee who chases me and chase who flees me. Dignity and love do not blend well, nor do they continue on together, rapper forever. Thus I am not able to exist either with you or without you, and I seem not to know my own wishes. The cause is hidden, the effect is visible to all. Blah, 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 blah. In this place, I am a barbarian because men do not understand me. Rapping never endingly, all things change, nothing perishes. Greatly he failed, but he had greatly dared. Now beware, never ending hair on the makeup of human beings. Intelligence counts for more than our hands, and that is our true strength. My soul would sing of metamorphosis, but since, oh gods, you were the source of these bodies becoming other bodies, breathe your breath into my book of changes. May the song I sing be seamless as it weaves from the world's beginning to our day. And besides, we lovers fear everything. Rapping a ting ting to ting, a ding ding to ding don, ba bomb bomb King Kong, taking hits from the bomb bomb ba bomb with cheats and chom, pass it along, about bomb ba bomb. Neither can the wave that has passed by be recalled, nor the hour which has passed return again. All right, boy, skewer me. I've dropped my defenses. I'm an easy victim. Why, by now, your arrows practically know their own way to the target and feel less at home in their quiver than in me. Monopoly, sloppity, floppity. Our native soil draws all of us. By I know not what sweetness and never allows us to forget, regret all the sleepless nights I have spent. I've been about some places and I shook a million hands. I don't know where I'm going, but I know just where I've been. Right or wrong, I can hardly tell no more. Our native soil draws all of us. By I know not what sweetness and never allows us to forget, or what. Or bat writing a poem, spitting a poem you can read to no one is like dancing in the dark, like a rainbow in the dark. The demons begin to start like a rainbow in the dark, like demons begin to start. Someday this pain will be useful to you. Look at the 4-space year that imitates 4 seasons of our lives, like sands in the hourglass. So are the days of our lives. Rhymes. First spring, that delicate season, bright white flowers, quicken and yet shy, and like a milk-fed child. She's got eyes like the bluest skies that remind me of childhood memories. I'd hate to look into those eyes. I'd probably break down and cry. Oh, whoa, sweet baby of mine. It's way unsteady. While the court countrymen delights in promise of another year. Green meadows wake to bloom, frail shoots and grasses, and then spring turns to summer's hardiness of a boy to manhood. There's no time of year of greater richness, warmth, and love of lit than a new strength untried. And after summer, autumn, first flush is gone, the temperate season here, midway between quick youth and growing age and gray hair, a glinting when the head turns towards us, then senile winter bald or with white hair, tear and palsy as he walks along down this lonely road. I shall walk alone where next I will go. It is unknown by no next I, wherever I will go, I shall walk alone. My hair is turning white, my collar still blue, my neck still red. We've always been here, red, white, and blue. It's true. There is a certain pleasure in weeping, rapping never ending. My hair is turning white, my collar still blue, my neck still red, red, white, and blue. Yes, it's true. There's a certain pleasure in weeping. My vengeance is my guilt. What we have been or now are, we shall not be tomorrow. A great sorrow saying apart until be tomorrow. Net to more and viet tum. We strive after the forbidden, rapping never ending. I spitting. It's right to learn even from the enemy. Never interrupt your enemy while he's making a mistake. Rapper away. Poetry comes fine, spun from a mind at peace. Brass shines with constant usage. A beautiful dress needs wearing. Leave a house empty, it rots. Teeter-totter and tater-totters. A pita ba 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 rapper forever. Fortune resists half-hearted prayers. So Simon, I'm only showing any of the shows will be made channel fans to the same morning, demonstrating my pronouns and levitate. I'll get motivating, elevate your music. Tobacco's package exactly back full. Gives me shit, any rose being sustained as earth is perfect. Curse blurs, ours, it works and helps cells and helps. Yup, it is convenient that there be gods, and as it is convenient, let us believe there are from afar. Not Venus of rocks from her mountain throne saw Hades and clasped her swift-winged son and said, Cupid, my child, my warrior, my power, take those sure shafts with which you conquer all and shoot your speedy arrows to the heart of the great God to whom the last lot fell when the three realms were drawn. Your mastery subdues the gods of heaven, even Jove subdues the ocean's deities, and even him who rules the ocean's deities. Why should hell lag behind? Why not there too extend your mother's empire and your own? Then Cupid, guided by his mother, opened his quiver of all his 1,000 arrows, selected one the sharpest and the surest, the arrow most obedient to a bow, and bent the pliant horn against his knee and shot the barbed shaft deep in Pluto's heart from the start, like a rainbow in the dark. The demons' rhymes begin to start. He who can believe himself well will beat well. I am shipwrecked, man who fares every sea. When all the other animals downcast looked upon the earth, he, Prometheus, gave a face raised on high to man and commanded him to see the sky and raise his eyes to the stars. As I have a sophisticated vocabulary, use my adequate document education, my psychological incompetence, bizarrely, and library, I'm saying coolly, adamant, randomly, subconsciously, accurately, incoherently, never endingly, I mean, neutral, and subject of anti-substitutarianism, recalibrated, docianism, infinitism, giantism, syllabilism, Dr. Seussianism. Blemishes are hid by night, and every fault forgiven darkness makes, and any woman fair. You will go most safely by the middle way. Away goes to day. Away. My purpose is to tell of bodies that have been changed in the shapes of different kinds, and now the measure of my song is done. The work has reached its end. The book is mine, and none shall unwrite these words, nor angry Jove, nor war, nor fight yet, nor flood, nor venomous time that eats our lives away. Then let that morning come, as come it will, when this disguise I carry shall beat no more, and all the treacherous years of life undone. And yet my name shall rise to heavenly music, the deathless music of the circling stars. As long as Rome is the eternal city, these lines shall echo from the lips of men. As long as poetry speaks truth on earth, that immortality is mine to wear and bear and snare. Where's my snare? My skeleton's in my closet. I don't know if no one knows. So before they throw me inside my coffin and close it, I'm going to expose it. Medicine sometimes snatches away health, sometimes gives it, for no God may undo what never God has done. Even as a cow, she was lovely. What is harder than rock and softer than water, yet soft water hollows out hard rock. Persevere. She made up prayers and said them worshiping unknown gods with unknown singing her customary magic, which would cut the white moon's face and darken the sun with the cloud. Wow, now. I sit back, zags back fully, gives me shitty rolls, and seeing the surface of and curse, blurs, ours, worse than cells, it helps. Saint Fort the moment, Saint Fort the tear, Saint Fort yesteryear, for maybe tomorrow the good Lord will come and take you away. And nay, Palm is sweating, he's weak armed, heavy bombing, I swear already, Mom Spaghetti, he's nervous, but surface his comrade, drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting, we wrote down, whole crowd goes slowly, opens his mouth, but the words won't come out, plow. Right is to be taught, even by the enemy. Hurry to your goal together, that is full bliss, when men and women lie equally conquered. I see and approve of the better, but I follow the worse. He plunged his arms deep to embrace one who vanished in agitated water. Again and again he kissed the lips that seemed to be rising to kiss his, but dissolved as he touched them into a soft splash and a shiver of ripples. How could he clasp and caress his own reflection, rapid never ending, and still he could not comprehend what the deception was, what the delusion. He simply became more excited by it. A poor misguided boy, why clutch so vainly at such a brittle figment? What you hope to lay hold of has no existence. Look away, and what you love is nowhere. We live in the middle of nowhere of Muriel and her husband Eustace Bain. Away now. But creepy stuff happens in nowhere. It's up to courage to save his new home. Boom, 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 boom. Not ending. Your fate is mortal. We ask for is it? By yielding you may obtain victory. Their useless torches on dry hedges throw, that catch the flames and kindle all the row. So burns to God, consuming in desire, rhymer forever, and feed it in his breast a fruitless fire. You are my fire, the one I desire. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a heart. Why it ain't nothing but a mistake and every sleepless night I have spent. Tell me what, babe, I never want to hear you say that you want it that way. Nay. The burden which is well born becomes light. He loved a lifeless thing, and he was utterly and hopelessly wretched. The god of Delos, proud in victory, saw Cupid draw his bow, a taut arc, and said, mischievous boy, what are a brave man's arms to you? That gear becomes my shoulders best. My aim is sure. I wound my enemies. I wound wild beasts. My countless arrows slew. But now the bloated python, whose vast coils across so many acres spread their light, their blight. You and your loves, you have your torch to light them. Let that content you. Never claim my flame. And Venus' son replied, your bow, Apollo, may vanquish all, but mine shall vanquish you, as every creature yields to the power divine. So likewise shall your glory yield to mine. Rhyme, all day and all night, nothing retains its original form, but nature, the goddess of all renewal, keeps altering one shape into another. Nothing at all in the world can perish. You have to believe me. Things merely vary and change their appearance. What we call birth is merely becoming a different entity. What we call death is seasoned to be the same, though the parts may possibly shift their position from here to there. The wholeness of nature is constant. You got the body, I got the brains. Your big breaking TV, prime time, bitch. Ain't my fault this bitch is dead in her feet. Rise up, Jason. Your work isn't finished. Hear my voice and live again. You look like a kid from off the ugly train, hit every branch on the way down. Eat dirt, Tommy. Rapping never endingly, nothing like a good strangulation to get the circulation going. Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back. Are you a stabbing or strangulation type of guy? Because I see the potential for both. Whoa. Now she knows there is no God. Venus is kind to creatures as young as we. We know not what we do, and while we're young, we have the right to live and love like God. A ruler should be slow to punish and swift to reward. Only she is chaste whom none has invited. On rapping never ending, a new idea is delicate. It can be killed by a sneer or a yawn. For such a career I lacked both endurance and inclination. A stress of ambition left me cold, while the muse, the creative spirit, was forever urging on me that haven of leisure to which I'd always leaned. The poets of those days I cultivated and cherished. For me, bards were so many gods. Rap Matrafon, Magutladon, Rap Robotron, Babon. That for such a career I lacked both endurance and inclination. The stress of ambition left me cold, while the muse of a creative spirit was forever urging on me that haven of leisure to which I'd always leaned. The poets of those days I cultivated and cherished. For me, bards were so many gods. My hopes are not always realized, but I always hope. A prince should be slow to punish and quick to reward. I can live neither with you nor without you. I'm here without you. You're still on my lonely mind. I hear without you, but you're always on my lonely mind. And tonight, girl, it's only you and me. I will not leave alone. Everything that I own to make you feel like it's not too late to make things right. Even if I say it'll be alright. Till I hear you say, babe, why do you want to end your life? Baby, it's okay, it'll be alright. Maybe one day we'll turn it around, cause it's not too late, never too late to make things right. I have sophisticated vocabulary, use my adequate document, education, my psychological and cognitive personality, and library, I'm saying coolly adamant. My name is consciously Saccharin, Quantum, and Children's of the Anti-Substitutarians, Califragialism, Infinitism, Giantism, and Dr. Seussianism, and how, and now I have finished a work which neither the wrath of love, nor fire, nor of a sword, nor devouring age shall be able to destroy. Ahoy, ahoy, arg, rap far, Jack Sparrow, Jack Sparrow, the Flying Dutchman, Napoleon, Napoleon never ending, spitting on that never ending, I said. The man who has experienced shipwreck shudders even at a calm sea. Today is truly the golden age. A gold boy's honor, Horner, gold procures love, and Alexander the Great, who sat at a rock and wept, because he had no other worlds left to conquer. Rapper forever. We believe slowly when grief brings pain. All other creatures look down toward the earth, but man was given a face so that might turn his eyes toward the stars and his gaze upon the sky. Be bold, take courage, and be strong of soul. Darkness makes any woman fair, aware. A bear, a dare, a doe, a deer, a female deer. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. There I go spitting notes into my phone. Do, a deer. Oh, I need another beer. I got nervous at bulls and eagles, trying to figure out what shape Zeus might take for sex when I could be your turn next. And now I don't care any longer. I've come to my senses. Your profile leaves me cold. Why am I different, you ask? I'll tell you, because you keep nagging for presents. That's what turns me off. Alexander the Great sat at a rock and wept, because he had no other worlds left to conquer. I'm the rapper forever. Gods are created by poets. Our native land charms us with inexpressible sweetness and never allows us to forget that we belong to it. Oh gods, if any gods will listen, I deserve punishment. Surely I do not refuse it, but lest in living I offend the living, offend the deaf, and death drive me away from either realm, change me, somehow refuse me both life and death. Before being transformed into a tree. Indeed, I'm the ghost of Mabel Cable. I say put the money back on the table. A razzle-dazzle, purple snapple, a shizzle, my nizzle, a bedazzle, a hustle the devil. What did Sappho of Lesbos teach but how to love women, rapping their ending? The result justifies the deed, and he sets his mind to unknown arts. From a far, and he sets his mind to unknown arts. We need to accept the strangeness of things as they are. Armor, a crevet, a tempor. Let your mistress's birthday be one of great terror to you. That's a black day when anything has to be given. However much you avoid it, she'll still, when it's a woman's skill to strip wealth from an ardent lover, a loose robbed peddler comes to your lady. She likes to buy and explains his prices while you're sitting there. She'll ask you to look because you know what to look for, then kiss you, then ask you to buy her something there she wears. She swears that she'll be happy with it for years, but she needs it now, and now the price is right. If you say you haven't the money in the house, she'll ask for a note of hand, and you're sorry you learnt to write. Why, she asks, doesn't she, for money, as if it's her birthday, just for the cake. And how often it is her birthday if she's in need. Why she weeps, doesn't she, mournfully, for a sham loss, that imaginary gem that fell from her pierced ear. They many times ask for gifts they never give in return. You lose, and you'll get no thanks for your loss. And 10 mouths with as many tongues wouldn't it be enough for me to describe the wicked tricks of whores. Aboard doors flowing from Napoleon shore. Read what is here. How could reading a letter harm you? There might be something in it that pleases you. My secrets are carried by these letters over land and sea. Even enemies read letters received from their enemies. And Alexander the Great, who sat at a rock and wept, because he had no other worlds left to conquer. The rapper forever. Her clear conscience mocked rumors, mendacity, but we are a mob prone to credit sin, not knowing what he sees. He adores the sight that false-faced fools and feels his delight. Who can carry the incineration of a universe? Argus, you are fallen, and the light in all your lamps is utterly put out. 100 eyes, one darkness all the same. Their love was equal. On the hills they roamed together, and together they would go back to the cave, their cave, and this time too they went into the Lepith's palace, side by side were fighting in the fray, a javelin, knowing from whose hand came from the left, and wounded Celerus, landing below the place where the chest joins neck, slight wound, but when the point was pulled away, cold grew his damaged heart and cold his limbs. Hylonom embraced him as he died, caressed the wound, and putting lips to lips, she tried to stay his spirit as it fled. And when she saw him lifeless, she moaned words that, in the uproar, failed to reach my ears, and fell upon the spear that pierced her love, and dying held her husband in her arms. By lucky charms. Don't you see the buckles in my shoes? Why, I'm a leprechaun, my boy. No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering, wrapping their ending. To live well is to live unnoticed. What we call birth is when something first changes out of its former condition, and what we call death is when its identity ceases. Things may perhaps be translated hither and thither, nevertheless, they stay constant in their sum total. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, since you can never beat my bride, my tree at last, you shall be. Let the laurel adorn henceforth my hair, my lyre, my quiver. Let Roman victors in the lawn procession wear laurel wreaths for triumph and ovation. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Rapping never ending a despot in this. Nothing is stronger than custom. Rapping never end. Fear feeds fear when knowledge fails. The drop excavates the stone, not with force by falling often, but by falling often. His eyes that swam in death's dark night looked round for Athos, and he lay down by his side, solaced among the shades to share his death. Rapper, hence the meth. I'm gonna pick up the world. I'm gonna shove it up your mama's ass, I said. I'm smoking that crystal ice again. I'm gonna pick the world. I'm gonna shove it up your mama's ass again. I'm smoking that crystal ice, I said again. Let others praise ancient times. I'm glad I was born in these. While I speak, time flies. Keep your run along a course between those constellations. I leave the rest to fortune. May she help and guide you better than you do yourself. Apollo loves at first sight. He wants to marry Daphne. He hopes for what he wants. Wishful thinking, rapping never ending, spitting. You put too much faith in the power of the gods. If you think they can give and take away the shape of things, frightened, he runs off to the silent fields and howls aloud, tempting speech in vain. Foam gathers at the corners of his mouth. He turns his lust for slaughter on the flocks and mangles them, rejoicing still in blood. His garments now become a shaggy pelt, his arms turn into legs, and he to wolf, while still retaining traces of the man. A grayness, the same cruel visage, the same cold eyes, and the style. He got them Jason Voorhees eyes. I shot him 6 times at times. All that remained of Daphne was her shining loveliness. And when wine has soaked Cupid's drunken wings, he stayed weighed down, a captive of the place. Wine roses courage, and it's fit for passion. Care flies, and deep drinking dilutes it. Don't trust the treacherous lamplight overmuch night, and wine can harm your view of beauty. Paris saw the goddesses in the light, a cloudless heaven, when he said to Venus, Venus, you win over them both. Faults are hidden. At night every blemish is forgiven, and the hour makes whichever girl you like beautiful. Judge jewelry and fabric stained with purple. Judge a face or a figure in the light. Rhyme, rhyme, rhyme. With some I'm only showing one of those shows being the restaurant because I'll be such a devastating more devastating get my friends feeling levitating. I'll get a motivating elevator music. Let your hook be always cast in the pond when you least expect it. There'll be fish. I am compelled to speak of a metamorphosis. How did the fuck did this metamorphosis happen from standing on street corners just rapping to having a fortune? No more kissing asses. My vessel is launched on the boundless main, and my sails are spread to the wind and the whole of the world. There is nothing that stays unchanged. All is in flux. Any shape that is formed is constantly shifting. Time itself flows steadily by in a perpetual motion. Think of a river. No river can ever arrest its current, nor can the fleeting hour, but as water is forced downstream by the water behind it and presses no less on the water ahead. And so time is in constant flight and pursuit, continually new. The present turns into the past, and the future replaces the present. Every moment that passes is new and eternally changing. Well, some of them only shows to be maybe I'll be in city devastating more my friends feeling levitating. I'll get motivating elevator music. My mind on fire, my eyes, my soul flow, soul flarks right up, arch to grab, offer eyes, copper tunnel. My mind on fire, my eyes, you hear a beast makes down, sleep, and I got the close. I was like, grip it back into the actions because my people, because our tacos want to eat. There's a hot all day marshmallows sweet. Shit plums like days in the street. Tobacco's packs and zags back full of gives me shit. Need rose me the sun of the earth for the spur and curses our shit works and sells and helps. And Alexander the Great sat on a rock and wept because he had no other worlds left to conquer. Though he got some Jason Voorhees eyes. I shot him 6 times, said Dr. Loomis to Michael Myers' eyes. Rhymes. Alexander the Great sat on a rock and wept because he had no other worlds left to conquer. The rapper forever.